Welcome to my Final Cut 10 tutorial. My name is Olivia Sutton, and today we'll be learning blurring, or some like to call it censoring. By the end of this tutorial, you will be able to turn this into this. In this tutorial, our main focus will be censoring out faces. You may be wondering why we're not going to censor out license plates or logos, but that's because faces, they move more. Sounds weird, but they do. So let's begin, shall we? First, drag the clip you plan to use onto your timeline, which will be this thing right here. Then, go to your video effects menu and find the censor effect. Drag the censor effect onto your video clip. Now, the rest of this tutorial isn't difficult, it is just tedious and involves a lot of patience. Now, after you've added the censor effect, click on the clip and go to the inspector button. From there, you hit the keyframe next to the center section of the censor menu. Then drag the censor to wherever you need. Little bit of advice, make sure to always hit the keyframe button before you make any changes, or else the censoring will come out weird and you wouldn't want that. After you have added the censor to the area to be modified, you have to slowly move the timeline to find the next point to where you will have to move the censor. Since people move a lot, this will be a very tedious task. So whenever the person moves, move the censor. Sometimes you may have to change the radius of the censor. You have to make sure the censor fits the person's face. It's very important. And be sure that no part of the face is exposed. Changing the radius of the censor is pretty much the same as changing where on the screen the censor is. Just click the keyframe and adjust the size depending on how big or small you need the censor. Usually the only time you need to change the radius is when the camera has zoomed in or out on the person. So, in the end, you will have something as perfect as this. Well, I'm Olivia Sutton, and happy censoring!